Okay, so now we're live. Hey, don't worry about the way I look. But anyway, what I'm doing today is I bought some watercolors from Artistic Isle, and this is actually a well known company. They have, and I do this live just because that way, there's no like I don't know, pre-recording, re-recording, re-saying things, and it's just easier for me. Then I don't have to edit anything out. I don't have to edit anything in. I don't care. Okay, it's just this is the way it is. So anyway, they're a very well-known company. As you know, I make watercolors too, and I am very. Um, uh, I know that it's hard work doing this stuff. I mean, this is not easy work. So I actually respect everybody who does this, and I want to, know what, how they're delivering it, what their packaging is like, and that was kind of, for maybe even my marketing purposes. What do I want to change? What's making uh, maybe theirs sell a little bit more? What is making theirs sell a little bit more that I'm just not willing to do? Or what is, and the big thing is, what are their watercolors like compared to mine? I'm not comparing them to mine. I don't have nowhere near as many sales as this girl here, this company. So she's doing something right. So, but I ordered some and I figured, okay, well, I'm a watercolor connoisseur. I collect every watercolor you can think of. So, and I love doing that. And I actually love something about them all. For me, they all have a place. So, anyway, I'm reviewing hers today and what I got for the price and, um, you know, what do I feel? No, I haven't touched them to even have an opinion on what the actual color looks like. I think for me, that's the biggest thing. So right now I'm going to switch the camera down and then I'll show you what I got. And then I'll get to swatching it. So give me 1 second here and I'll switch this over. Okay. So I think you guys can see there, but I'll bring it down closer so you guys can get a good look at the color. I think that's really important. So I think we'll be all right there. Okay, so what I bought was the travel kit. Okay, so the travel kit here, and then the travel kit actually only comes, she actually just put the travel set all into one. So it's actually, I believe, just that tin. Let's see what comes. I don't remember. Handmade paint, watercolor palette, paint tin. Okay, I'm going to put on my glasses here so I can see, because I don't want to misinterpret any product here. Let's just see what comes in her. Okay, so that's no. She has got a lot of products actually on her site. A lot of different ways you can receive watercolors. She's got several different ways. She's got a lot of different colors. Still trying to find this travel tin that I got because I'm wondering, did it come with any color? Okay, travel palettes here. There's 15. I should have just gone to there first. Okay, and I don't see that one for some reason. Okay, Summer Rose Travel Guide. I don't see any more of the tin that I actually got. So I don't even know if the tin actually came with colors, but let me count and see how many I have in here. So this is the packaging. So, you know, nice packaging. I think she just bought the tin. It came in this stuff. She took it out. She stamped it. She put a sticker on it. And cut out these little pieces here to kind of replace some of the... she replaced whatever, however she got this in the first place, into from whomever she got it. Okay, so when she sent it, she sent in 2 watercolor cards, and then a scrap piece of watercolor card. Not sure what that's for, but these are great, and how she had them stamped, how she has them stamped like that. Looks like she uses just a corner cutter just to cut those off so they fit right in there. And then I'm not sure, maybe this is just a preference on how you'd want to, or mixing chart. I'm not sure. I've never done a mixing chart this way, but who knows. Okay, so, and then so that was the top. That this is the lid of it. It's not. They're not connected, so you it kind of just sits on top. And then it comes with this little pencil and brush that says natural bristles. Okay, so I gotta let you look at that. I hope she didn't pay for these to add them in there, and then I'm paying extra for them, because I would never, ever in my life use those. Actually, I think I've honestly bought better ones at the Dollar Tree, so I haven't tried them yet. I'll try them, but myself, I would never pick something up like that to use it. But then here she put another one of these little sheets, and that's, I guess, to kind of, oh, okay, maybe it went that way. Okay, all right, so it went like that to kind of give me an idea what color was what. And I think she had them in a specific order. I'm not sure if they moved around. These are travel tins that go in this palette. Now these, if you could see, they're about as big as a chiclet, okay? And they were $3.25 a piece. And I mean, it's not like, you know, I don't know if you could buy just these as a replacement or whatever. I mean, $3.25 pastel teal. Yeah, half pencil. Wait a minute, $2.99 burnt sienna. Hammy. Okay, wait. Let me double check. So I'm not, no, travel size. Some of them are $4. Some of them are $4.50. Some of them, so all the prices actually vary. But none of them are any different in size. This is really, for $4 a piece of these, this is as big as, I don't know, like these are sample dots that I give out for free. I give 36 to 56 of these on one sheet of paper this size for $10. Okay? So, to me, that was kind of disappointing, because then I start looking at all the stuff that came with it. I start looking at all this packaging. These are really expensive business cards from Moo, okay? So I got 2 of those. And then these are really expensive postcards, okay? So she's using watercolor paper. She's also sending 2, these are, and I have boxes. I mean, I'm not joking. So I have boxes and boxes of these artist tiles. Okay. Um, and she sent 2 of them. So then there's a little where she sent a smudge as a sample. Okay, that's a smudge. Okay, so my samples, they're big samples. So, so I don't focus on a lot of packaging, and this is the only reason I want to compare mine. Because I don't pay for all this other stuff, or pans, or tins, or anything, okay? So it's just basically like a small gift box. It comes with these huge watercolor dots on a card, right? And so I spend more money on the paint, but I don't spend more money on the overhead of all this. And then I feel like I can give you guys more paint versus more fluff. Because you know what? Half of this is getting thrown away, and nothing in my watercolor box gets thrown away. Okay? So that makes a big deal to me. I don't like putting things in the garbage if I don't have to. So even if I buy something that has less packaging or something that I could refill, I will do that versus buying, you know, stuff that I have a bunch of things I have to throw away. And that's just me. I don't like the overhead. I pass on that savings on to the folks. And so I think that's where I'm a little bit disappointing because, you know, I'm like, you know, this is basically just cardstock, you know, cut like this and made for actually Zentanglers. And I think she meant to put this in here because a lot of her colors I see are used as calligraphy kind of colors. So that's what I'm going to be waiting to see. And I'll probably end up using this black piece just to stick on. So, So there's that. There's what I think about that. I don't like, and then the fact that this tin is completely bendable with my fingers. So I paid $8 for a tin, and it doesn't even have a connected lid. Okay, so basically I got this, okay, and I got this and this. So I got 2 half pans and a full pan because I really wanted to see that with versus the, you know, difference, if there's any difference in quality, I don't know. So this is actually the stuff I'm going to consume. Everything else will be tossed away, and most likely eventually that tin, because it doesn't have a lid that completely closes on it unless I turn it into something else, which most likely I will. I would do that, but I got a lot of plastic and I got a lot of paper that's being thrown away. And my total for this stuff, okay, and it came with these brushes and pencils that I won't ever use, okay, so my total was $62.74, okay? This is the only reason I'm not comparing the paints, okay? I'm not comparing the paints. And this girl is doing something right. She's got almost 4,000 sales. She's got a lot of people that like her, you know, watercolors, calligraphers, all kinds of stuff. And it may be something completely different with the colors. Like I said, I am a connoisseur of watercolors. I like everybody's watercolors. I find a place. I have a place in my heart for all of them. I just don't like the fluff. And I think I want to get people, there's going to be people that like the fluff, and there's going to be people that don't like the fluff. Okay? I sometimes do I feel happy to open something that looks like a piece of candy? Yeah, sure I do. But then just send me this wrapped up really nice. You don't have to send me all of the fluff. One business card was good enough, you know, unless you sent me one that you wanted me to share with somebody else that had maybe a discount on it, and I could pass it along to somebody else like, hey, save 20%, buy some watercolors from her. Okay, so that's what I usually do. Um, but for, you know, for what I give you, it's a subscription box. You get these 6 huge dots, which I've used these on already quite a few pictures because I like to make, you know, I like to make pictures that are coordinated with what I'm giving you, so you can actually see, you know, what you can make from these 6 colors. Okay, so I use only those 6 colors just to make something, and so these huge dots, which are about half of a half pan or more. Okay, so this is a $10 a month subscription, and you don't get anything to throw away. You get a mixing chart. You get it in a box that has a piece of my artwork on the front that's re-giftable. You could put like a gift card in it or whatever and hand it off to somebody. So there's nothing to throw away. And then I usually make with the colors a picture to throw in the box so everybody can kind of see what you could get out of those colors. Okay, so that's the only reason I'm comparing that. I'm not comparing the paints at all. I'm comparing just the amount of extra just plastic and paper to throw away, and that I wish I wouldn't have to throw away. And, you know, I that's the only, I think that's the only thing that it's that in the price that I paid, that, you know, it's like $10 for that. You get 6 huge dots every month, new colors to play with, and, you know, you kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's just my thing. My thing, my thing, my thing. So please, you can't even, you can't, you go based on my opinion. You have to honestly go based on your own opinion. So if you want to see what a few of the colors are like, I have her link in the description below, and she has different ways that you could buy them. So you don't have to buy them in the way that I bought them. I just wanted to see if I can check out more of her colors versus, you know, versus a bunch of the stuff, you know. So uh, that's my thing there, and I just feel like it's just I know how much work goes into doing this, and that's what I respect, and that's what I really, really understand. But I also really understood after a while of doing this that I also understood that after a while of doing this, your eyes get kind of big because everybody starts liking them, and then you start thinking, oh well, what other ways can I deliver my watercolors to people? So all of a sudden, after that, yeah, I started getting gems to put them in. I started getting other little containers I could put them in. I started getting other little tins I could put them in. I started getting full pans, half pans. And then orders started coming in, and I started realizing the heat. And not my biggest thing was being an artist, even though I liked making paint. My biggest thing was I wanted, you know, people to notice not just that about me, but all of a sudden I ran out of time as orders started coming in. And I can only tell you I ended up sitting on the floor crying because I didn't want to be a paint making factory. I didn't. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm glad everybody noticed, but I needed to downsize in a way that I could keep up with orders, that I wouldn't have to keep so much overhead. And that I could still do my Patreon. I could still do tutorials. I could still do, be a mom. I'd still go do, my stuff at church. All that stuff. All those things combined make me me. And I didn't want me to just be a paint maker, packer, deliverer. That was just I was dreading. I was literally dreading to get up and print all the orders and pack them out. And you would think that it would be opposite, that you would think that, oh, I would be so happy. And I wasn't. I wasn't happy at all. So I sold all my whole overhead on sale. And that's it. And I just went to a little subscription box where I can make 6 colors a month, coordinated to, each month, and, create a little watercolor tutorial for the inside of each box, and that there's nothing to throw away, and da 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 da. And now I'm happy. And now I have time for everybody and myself. And that's what matters most to me. So, I know she gave me these little swatch cards, but I will do these another time and keep them in. What I decided to do is I need to create kind of an inventory of all, not just my watercolors, but all my art supplies. And I really wanted to put them in one place. So I went to the thrift store and I found this. Okay, I got it for $1. It's at the dollar thrift store, okay? So, it's just reused goods, whatever. But I guess this was a memories album, but what got me was this little thing that looked like a paint palette here, and I knew I could redo this. But this is actually one of those wedding albums. But it has these great, I don't know if you can see that side there. And these great books and pages and everything where I could create swatches of all kinds of stuff and stick it in here, and I paid $1 for it. So I like it, and it's an idea for you guys. I'm going to redo the whole thing, so I'll share that with you guys when I do so. But now we're going to get to swatch. Oh, she sent me a really cool pen too. I have it already. This is just a Sargent art pen. You get these from Walmart. You get big packs of them. So I have this one already, but thank you anyway. Okay, so what we're going to do is, God, I have the new stamp set too. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it this time. I'm not going to worry about it, and I can always redo this for myself. So let's just worry about getting the colors right and swatched so that way we can see what they look like. Okay, so I believe this one is golden yellow ochre. This one is the burnt orange. This one is the red astabile. Okay. This one is the burnt sienna. This one is the hickory. And this one is the teak. Okay. Then here we have hibiscus, cinnapumpkin, eye of newt, okay, dragon, pastel teal, and ultramarine blue. So, I mean, as cute as they are, you gotta think they just only, it's big as my fingernail. And no, I don't have pretty fingernails because I'm always making paint and I'm always in the dirt too. So, let's see. And then I bought separately Pyro Scarlet. It looked really beautiful. And see, that's the thing. I most likely, I'm not, okay, so here I paid for this. So makes me mad. So makes me mad. And that I'm going to say something about. And I'll probably write her about it. Because That's crazy. That's not what any of my half pans look like. So let's see what that is. That one was, I'm sorry, it was Pyral Scarlet. So, where is this Pyral Scarlet? I mean, if she gave it to me for free, I have no problem with that. Then I'm cool with that. I mean, if she gave it to me, then you know that's awesome. Full pan of sea glass. Okay, a half pan of the emerald, hibiscus red, hickory teak. I have newts and pumpkin pastel teal. Okay, I have nothing to say about that because that is not something that I ordered. So she gave me a half pan free. And I gotta think, yeah, my dots are bigger than a half pan now that I think about it. They're quite big dots. So, but that's cool. And then I also always send, you know, a free dot here and there of a new color. So, I just, and then the dots, if you buy them separately, they're $2 a piece. So, okay, so that's a full pan that I bought. So she sent me that as a complimentary half of a half pan. So that was very nice of her. I totally appreciate that. And it looks like a very beautiful color. Okay, so let's see. What do I got here? That one was, oops. Ethereal Emerald. Okay, and this one is Sea Glass, and that looks like it was kind of just scraping, pulled up, stuck in there, not poured very well. It's not like it'll pop out of there. It's kind of, you know, like somebody tried to push their finger in there and stuff that down. So, so just to give you an idea, those are what my half pans look like. Some of them, depending on the, you know, on the pigment, will shrink down. I mean, they all have a little bit. And usually at this point, but since these are my first samples, so these are the ones that I keep and I play with, okay, for a while, actually the whole month, you know. And then I have ones like this. So sometimes pours end up where they're nice and perfect, okay, but then as they dry, they shrink up. Then there are some pores where actually air gets trapped in underneath, and it could cause an air bubble. Sometimes the air bubble will pop and it'll pull the paint, you know, it'll pop, but it's drying as it pops and it pulls through, okay? Or maybe the air bubble doesn't pop, and now I don't know, there's an air bubble stuck in there because it dried a little bit quicker. So, these are when I usually, you wait to this point, now you top it off with a second coat, and the second coat doesn't take nearly as long to dry. So it's only, you know, a couple of days till those can ship out after that. But if I get anything that really looks like this, or something that is sunken in kind of deep, like this one is absolutely fine. I mean, I would, you know, I would send that out. But if I get anything that sinks in really deep, well, I wouldn't send those out. Or if I didn't have time or enough paint to fill them up or mess with them anymore, I sold them at a discounted price. And that's just me. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, just thinking about, okay, the price. And here's where the fluff is supposed to sell me over the price. Because I paid, I I paid for this one. Where's the sea glass? Okay, I paid for a half pan, $12. Mine were 6, and they were full. And then I paid for this one $10. But I will show you a color that I have exactly the same as that. And I'm just going to see, because I've been making paint for so long, I can pretty much pick out any color that I've made in the past, and I'm pretty sure I can match it. And I don't ever see any half pan. A full pan, $10, and a half pan, is she giving me the half pan because it looked like that? And she at $12 for a half pan? Is it metallic green? I have 30 metallic green. This is the only reason I'm reviewing these things for you people. And like I said, it doesn't have anything to do with the paint. It has to do with a lot of fluff sells you past the sizes, the look, all that stuff. Okay, it's supposed to make you look past everything else. And I don't know. I just don't want to be throwing away a bunch of garbage. A bunch of things that I don't need, that I'm not going to use. But anyway, let's just get to the color, shall we? Okay. So, I keep on thinking, do I want to use her pen to write it? No, I really want to use just my black pen. Okay, I want to use my black pen. And now I need to find, because I have too much on my desk. My room is a mess. There it went. My art room is a mess. I'm having professionals come in here and doing the whole art room remodeling and everything. So that'll be next month. So I'm excited for that, because I'll be able to see everything and have everything set up in a nice way where everybody could see it. So, all right. So the first one was... This is golden yellow ochre. I'm just going to move these down. Okay. Move that one down there too. So, and these, because my hand will be in the way. Okay, so. All right. Okay. It's a pretty color. It's very pretty. And I like ochres anyway, though. But it was dry. I wet it. It re-wet nicely. Nothing to say. Like I said, I most likely will end up liking the paint. It takes a lot to go into making the paint. But what I don't think is, all the fluff should make it so overpriced. And I think that's the only thing that kind of gets me. And I know there are some people that are a sucker for all that stuff, but it just, for me, it caused me too much overhead, too much packing, that time that went into packing, and that's not something that I want to do. Okay, so this one is burnt orange. There are no pigment numbers with hers. In the beginning, there were pigment numbers with mine. I got sick of keeping them myself because my colors eventually became vanity colors, where I just mixed so many colors until I got colors that no other brand had. And so there was no way I could keep track of those ratios, and I didn't care because it was just fun making the colors, and that was what was most important to me. All right, so this one is the burnt orange. I know, I gotta move over. Which is, I don't know the difference where it would be a burnt orange. It's really like a burnt sienna. So I don't know if she mixed a little something extra in there. I don't see that she did. I actually think it looks a little bit like a French ochre. So there's that. All right, and then the next one was, maybe I just write it right here. Got a little out of the way. Red. I got that whole stamp set from, I'm getting old, so I don't remember names anymore. I have to have the package in front of me. Red. Okay. Red Estabile. Red Estabile. That's what I'm thinking it is. Anyway. So. This is why I have to get organized, because I would have used that every single time, and that's what I need to use, and that's why I bought it. But I have no room here, and I have too many craft supplies, and that's why I have to get it reorganized. Okay, so there's a lot of color payoff. So I would say, I mean, gosh, for somebody that is traveling, they could definitely get these for traveling. I don't know why they would pay, I get 4 times as much for $2 versus, you know, she's got various prices on hers. I don't know. So, God, I don't know if I've even like good enough to judge that sort of thing. So I'm only judging that from the point of a consumer. I'm not judging that from the point of someone who knows a whole lot about marketing. I know people love the pretty stuff. Oh, it also came with candy in this little bag. All this stuff, you know, get thrown away. So, I don't know. So anyway, next one. Put the candy back over it. Okay, so this one is the burnt sienna. Right. That's this one here. Oh, they have all have magnets on the bottom of them. Little magnets, but they're actually pretty strong little magnets. Oh, this one, the magnet fell out. So that one doesn't have a magnet. No wonder what was flopping around in there. But I didn't see the magnet in the box. So I usually put the magnets separately. And one side of the magnet has an adhesive that you can stick to it. So you could use it or you can save it for other ones that you want to use, because maybe you're just filling up another, regular palette that you have that you can just pop them into the slot. So I always send mine separately. So that way you could choose to use them or choose to use them for other ones. They just come with one. But I won't be selling pans anymore. Only for my patrons. So, sorry, guys. Okay, so, let's see. And then this next one here is Hickory. And I did get to pick the colors that went in that pan. I didn't get to pick them in addition to what I was paying for this. They were all still separate, all separate prices. So, I feel like the colors are nice. You get a lot of color right away. They look decent while they're drying. And for the ones that have dried, this is the Hickory. Okay, it's pretty. And then this one is Teak. Now I so wish I would have got a half pan, not all the other stuff of all this stuff for the price that they were. When I kind of saw it, I mean, seriously, it's at that point where I kind of felt like crying a little bit. I mean, that's just me, but I was, that's the price I pay for just, wanting to see, I guess, what other people have and how they deliver them to you, what it looks like. I mean, obviously, pictures can be very deceiving. These definitely look like bigger in the pictures, and no, I didn't bother to ask. So, not sure. That's just me. I could just be a big giant baby. I don't know. Okay. And then this one here is Hibiscus. Now, these are some four are very shiny ones. This one looks like it's a pastel, so I'm assuming it's going to have white in it. So I will get my Sharpie out. And then the ultra blue, and I always like to get an ultra blue because I just want to see how much it granulates. So, all right, we're gonna do hibiscus. In these colors, I'm actually going to get that black card that she gave me, and I want to see what they look like on the black card. I'm definitely not a letterer. I'd like to learn someday, but we'll see. It looks really pretty. I like it. Oh, and we'll swatch these little smears of color. Okay, so this one is hibiscus. All right, so let's give my lettering a try. How's that? Okay, so this one is it's pretty neat. You can see a couple of colors that actually come through on that. So it's pretty neat. Okay. So, and then the next one is Cinnapumpkin. 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 Okay, let's see. Let's see, Cinnapumpkin. So all of them are really wet nice. They give a lot of color. They all look pretty, so I have nothing to say about that. These three are nice granulating. These three, see, they're nice, really. So I like them as far as that goes. That's kind of cool. I can dig it. Okay, let's do this one. Cinnapumpkin. Seems like when they dry, they are a little bit easier to see. That's what I notice. So, let's see. And like I said, I am no letterer at all. At all. But cute. Cute, I like it. I like it actually better, these better on the black paper. So maybe I do some, because I have a black, same kind of cardstock, I think, book. It's the Delusions black book. So, all right. And then this one is Eye of Newt. Sorry, I got a runny nose. So bad. So bad. Just in and out today. Go from the heat to the cold. All right. So this one is eye of, which it looks like purple and green on here. So that's kind of cool, huh? Newt. Pretty cute. See how they start drying up and they start seeing them a little bit better? But yeah, this one is like, it's a mix between purple and green. You see both. Ta-da. Isn't that neat? That is really neat. Pretty neat. You know, just for, yeah, just for giggles. So that one, yeah, I have to always refer to my notes because I am old and I can't remember anything anymore. Okay, so I made this one Jingle Bells. Okay, because they all have a little bit of something pretty. I just want to see what mine look like on black paper. Come on. We have to see. So this one is Jingle Bells. I don't know. Will we be able to see it on black paper? It dries and it disappears. It disappearing ink. It's not made for black paper, but it does have mica in it. So let's try the tinsel. One of these has got to work, right? I'm just curious now because I don't ever really put mine on black paper at all. So, see, there's the difference. This is made for this type of thing, and mine aren't made for that type of thing. So that's why you're not going to get that, okay? But I know this one was made with, actually is made with a couple of blues. But let's see, who knows? Let's test it against that. Let's just see what it looks like, right? Okay, so then that was Eye of Newt. This one is Dragon. So I'm assuming it's kind of a bunch of different greens and blues, like dragon scales. Of course, I didn't put the name. Dragon. Yay. Okay, let's see. Pretty. So yeah, you can see that mine are very difficult to see on black because that's not what they're made for. That's why I never put them on black. I really never tested that. But these will be fun to paint on black with, and just using black cardstock to write on them and maybe practice my writing. How fun is that? That's just totally fun. Okay. Oh, I wanted to see what that looked like on black. So this one is Dragon. Ooh. That looks so cool. I like that. See what I mean? I feel like everything has a place. And that I really like. I think that's so cool. Okay. And then this one is pastel teal. Pastel teal. Okay. So let's do that one. Oops. I put a little schmutz in there from the side of my water cup. I wanted to put a black line down for this one. I know it has PW6 in it. Either that or whiting dust. Depends what people use. But it's still a pretty color. I wonder if it writes in black. Let's see. You can see that white actually shows up way better than I too show up. But, this is a great way to look at mine and see that there is still some, pretty stuff in it. I don't put enough in it to make it, bam, I still want some regular watercolor, All right, and then we have Ultra Blue. Okay. So. It's pretty. Let's see here, and just drop in some water. See what happens there. All right, and then I just, like I said, for giggles, oops, I got some purple on there. I don't want that. Just for giggles, just to that one has more of the Prussian blue in it, so. But it's got a mixture. All mines are mixtures. Mine are mixtures. All mines are mixtures. Because you can see some granulation in there. But regardless, it's beautiful color. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay? We don't count that one. That one's mine, just on the side. Okay, so let's see what the Spiral Scarlet is that she sent me. That I didn't order, but she sent me some for free. And then, so she sent me this with the magnet for free. So, I'm cool with that. I just don't have to have all that other stuff. that I'm not going to use. I want the stuff that I am going to use. That makes a difference to me. Oh, I probably should have put something down first. But, oh, that's so staining. What? Look at that. Wow. I mean, that was like immediately. Ooh. Okay. Really staining. Okay. Lot of. See, I got more here for free than I got in these things that I paid for. Ah. Come on, man. Come on. What you doing to me? Okay. It's a pretty color. Okay, so now the one I paid $12 for. What did I pay? $12 for that. Okay, let's see. Ethereal. Ethereal. Emerald. Emerald. Okay, ethereal emerald. And I forgot to put water down because I'm a moron. Let's see, did that one? No, see, that one wasn't staining like that. Okay, but I see that it has a little bit of mica in it, just a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna check over here. Just ethereal. Okay, you can see it's like mine, very light, but it'll start disappearing, but it has some mica in it. I don't believe that red does at all. We can check it out. But yeah, I don't see a darn thing in there, so I figured that. But the ethereal emerald. And now, these are a lot of the watercolors I made, not because I've been doing it for years, but I usually save a pan. But I'm trying to think, maybe I have near that same color, right? So I don't know, I'm just playing, just looking. I don't even remember what these old ones of mine are called, so I couldn't even tell you that. And they are just not something I will most likely be able to make or mix again, because I don't write color recipes. Okay, let's see. It wasn't that one. Let's see this one. No, that one's too light. If you could see, it's kind of a mix, but how about this one? Still no cigar. Huh? What the heck? Which that is a good thing. You know, because I feel like I've made every single color ever. So there, I think that is the biggest match right there. I think that's it. It's still a little bit different. But I don't know why I should have paid $12 for a half pan for that. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, so, so crazy. Ooh. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I keep on trying to see if I can match it, but I don't think I have one I have one like that. So I didn't even know what color she put in it, but it's kind of like a combination of a couple of those colors. Mm-hmm. Why I keep trying to match it? Because I have 1,000,000 greens and I can, but I'm not getting that green. I've made a lot of greens, as you can see. Okay. Okay, this is... Ooh, that's a deep one. Yeah. Okay, and one more. This is one that everybody really loves of mine, but... Oh, wait a minute. That one is... This one is actually sold out, and it splits in 2 colors. But that's it. There's no more. I only own the last ones. But I have one more. One more. One more. I just want to see if I can get a matching color. And if I can't, bravo. But I think that's my color right there. Look at that. Oh, now I know what that is. Look at that. There's your color. And that is from my pan right there. I think mine's a little bit darker. Unless I just didn't get that much color pickup. But I would say that's the color, and it has a good amount of mica in it too. So, what was that one? That was, oh, the ethereal. So, ethereal. I think that's basically the same thing. So, but I can't, like I said, I don't write down. I keep one for myself. I don't even keep track of them, nothing. That's not my point. My point is to just have fun with color. Okay. So, I had to do the test, I know. I know. I'm a little bit of a biatch that way. Okay, so this one is sea glass. This one I really, really like the picture of, so I hope it pays off. Sea glass. Let's see. Looks like you don't get a lot of color payoff. It's like nothing. Yeah. I paid $10 even for a full pan of that, which is like dreadful. And I thought the picture looked really nice. And to me, that's not sea glass, okay? So what I would consider sea glass, this is what I would consider sea glass. if you maybe took a green and that teal, kind of married them two a little bit together. Maybe not even that one. Maybe using, hey, what about that dragon one? All right. That made it a little bit cooler. I'm going to redo this because for myself to add in the book because I really wanted to use the stamps that I got, especially to do this, and I didn't do it. But I think sea glass to me is just I don't know, I see it as being something a little bit more different. I don't I don't know. I just didn't see it as being that. I didn't feel like that was as like a lake seaweed color. That's and it's like got no uh, pigment payoff, not like the other ones, not at all. So I don't, and that's the one I wanted the most. What the heck? Sometimes I'm just driven by names. So, but really, as far as looking at these colors, I like them. I like the granulation in some. I like the how you can use those on the black and that cardstock, and that looks really nice. I even really like this Pyrrole Scarlet. It's really staining underneath. I wonder, I kind of, it's pretty neat to kind of put those up to the test in the window. I really don't care about so many. I don't do that for my own, because mine are mixed of all different colors, and because I make so many different colors. So that would be so difficult, so that's why I don't keep track of that stuff. I just love color in general. But I mean, I like that ethereal emerald. I feel like I've come close to it a lot of times, but yeah, I see that, the one that came close was that one that I used here. I just put a thicker layer in it, so it looks a little bit darker over there. But yeah, that one was mine there, so I think I've got kind of that same color. So I'm kind of just sad I spent a lot of money on that. That was $12 for a half pan, and that's crazy. And these are some of the greens I make, and I don't know. So, but like I said, I still have a place for these. I still will use all of them. I will still love all of them. Let's try these little ones really quick before I go. These smudges. Hey, smudge is a smudge is a smudge. Ugh. Out of all the cards that she gave me, she could have put these smudges on something else instead of this more packaging. Ah! I'm not a packaging person. Can you tell? Okay, so this one, yellow ochre light. All right, well, what's the difference between... Okay, so it's a very muted yellow ochre. Hopefully I can actually get that from I have that in my Sennelier set. So but I actually I got another set that I'm reviewing, and I think that looks exactly the same. But those ones are from France, if you can guess what it is. Okay, but I'll do that on the next one. Now, I like this one a lot, the Scarlet Hematite. Okay, see that? Ooh. See how it's like purpley, lovely. It's purple, brown, red. I like that. I like that one a lot. Okay. I wonder how much it costs, but I like that one a lot. And then this one is black. And I'm just wondering why you would send somebody a smudge of black. I make my own black. I don't use blacks. It's pretty if I were just, I mean, I buy, okay, so I have black, but I kind of use it just on its own instead of like an ink. I think it gives a different look. I wanted to just, where did I put that now? Oh. I just wanted to see if I have a color. Okay, so I don't think it's going to be the same. That's going to be a lot browner than that, yeah. But kind of like when it was, you know, like I said, don't pay any attention to me because I'll be redoing this. I don't know, I keep on trying to see. But that turned out really, really brown. Now it's just completely brown. So now I don't see any of that red that I saw, that I loved, that I wanted to come through. And now it is just, literally, if you can see that, now it's completely brown. Where I thought, I mean, I might even be able to come close to a color like that, you know, but I guess not. Desperately sitting here trying to come close to a color like that. Now see, I thought it was more like a purpley brown, like that, right? So if I had taken that, right, and mixed some, let's see, mahogany in with it, right? There's some mahogany in with it, and then mix some, maybe that red in with it, and that's kind of what it was looking like, right? So that was like awesome. That was way awesome. I actually like that a lot. I know what I can do to mix that, but that's what it looked like, and then that's what it dried up like. It dried up as this flat, I mean really flat brown, and that's not what I felt like it went down as, you know? So that's the disappointing part, you know? Like, I keep on seeing where I can come through it, because it is. I do still see a little bit of, I guess, purple in it when I keep on putting browns up next to it, okay? Except it just looks so dry and flat, you know? Where I like this one here that I made with the brown, the red. I put brown, I put that violet, and I put the brown, the red, oh, and the purple ochre in there. So that's a beautiful freaking color. And that's what I thought it looked like when it was wet. So let's see. I even want to check it out again, because I do. It looks red on the paper too. Look, look, look. So I'm going to put this down right next to, See, I don't, oh, I guess to me, actually, it looks even red on the paper. And it's scarlet. It says scarlet, you know, and it looks red on the paper. It doesn't look that brown color. And that's why I kind of saw this, you know, purple, which that would be a gorgeous color. I like that color. I'm probably going to make that color. I probably have made that color. What am I talking about? Okay, so, but there it is. You guys make up, honestly, your own minds about it. This girl is doing something right. She does have nice colors, and it just depends on how you like to get them. That's all. And, but yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I just feel like it's a lot of fluff. It's a little overpriced. Okay. I need to really say that with a straight face. Okay. It's overpriced for me. Okay. That's just me. Or maybe it's kind of like that color, but I like that. See, I like that color. That one's in my, yeah, that one is in, my November. I'm trying to move colors around now because I like this one in a certain spot. And I start thinking, okay, so not to get off track completely, but I do like them. I do like them. I think they're nice. I just think they're just, for me, they're overpriced, and for me, it's just too much that I didn't need all this other stuff, you know. And I would have rather had half pans of these and less of the other stuff. And I know, I mean, putting all this stuff, I can't even tell you how much time it takes to print these off, to print this stuff off, to cut up these cards and stamp them. And then I'm going to get them 2 different ways. And then, oop, you know, you got to stamp the inside here. I put a little sticker on it. You didn't even have to know it came from me after you take the sticker off. You know, but that's the thing. It's just too much, you know. I have one business card. I got really cheap business cards. It's straight to the point, you know. And usually if I send a second business card, it's like, hey, pass this to a friend and let them save 20% on their order because they're using your name as a referral. And then I usually give that person 20% on their order because they passed off a new customer. That's the kind of thing I do. So, but regardless, I love the colors still. I will still use them all. I will still love them all. I hate the sea. I actually hate one. I hate the sea glass. I don't like the sea glass at all. But I like all the other ones. So I wouldn't buy any of these here. Just black is black. A lighter, I mean, you can just add more water to a yellow ochre, and that scarlet doesn't really show off any type of scarlet. I see it, but then I don't see the payoff of the scarlet here. So that's why I don't like those ones. But for what I chose besides the one, I like them. I like them. I know that these you know, a lot of work does honestly go into making these. So for the fact that she does all these different kinds of things, it's pretty awesome. And there's the little one that fell off of there. So yay for that. These are little bitty tiny magnets. Whoa. Wow, those are little. Is that the one that I went in? No. Okay. So there you go. I thought You know what? I will. I will put up, I'll do a little, just a painting demonstration with what I got. Usually I need to kind of see the colors and then think through uh, an illustration that I might want to do something with, so that it'll show off, all of the colors. I will eventually have that up, but I like the colors, don't like the price, don't like the fluff, but I'm telling you, this girl is doing something right, and a lot of people love her colors. So if you are interested, please don't take my word for it. This is something that, these are things that you got to figure out on your own. And it's not like you can't buy a couple of colors, check it out, and see what you think for yourself. Um, and I don't know how many other people have reviewed them, but if you look on Instagram, I mean, she has a ton of followers and lovers of her watercolors. So you could go there and check her out. And I've put her Etsy site down below for you to go check out too, and see all the different options that she offers, all different kinds of other things too, as far as brush holders and all kinds of stuff. So those seemed really cool too. But anyway, there it is. I liked them. I think they're overpriced, uh, but I think that's just because of the overhead. So there you go. Thank you guys. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.